There we go. Okay, you two be good. You stay there and be good boys. Okay, I won't be long. Okay, morning viewers. So just another little short trip running in the bear. And you did all your helmet and gear and everything on, and then I forgot my sunglasses, so to go back through the bloody back gate and all that rigmarole again. Anyway, I think I've got everything now. You might notice the cockpit looks a little bit different. I got my GPS on there. I like the navigation on the TFT screen, but my phone just goes flat. So I like my old GPS on. I don't know why it's so dark. You know why it's so dark? No, it's not the sunglasses. I'll have to wake up to what time of day it is, I think. I think we're right now. Okay, so what have I done? We'll get started and we'll talk about that as we go. Okay, well, we're out of town now. Up in the farmland. There's a lot of new housing estates going up around here. The edge of the world gets closer and closer every day. Anyway, let's talk about what I've done so far. I hope the wind noise isn't too bad. I can voice over later. Anyway, I got my GPS on. That was the first priority after my battery on my phone went flat. Using the TFT screen, and I like my GPS. It tells me where to go. It tells me when to slow down with all the speed zones and red light cameras, etc. So, and it's got all my waypoints in there. So the GPS is on there, and it fits perfectly. I like how the screen, the bare screen, is on the left, and the GPS fits on the right a bit, so it all sort of evens out. So that worked out good. And thanks to the guys on one of the Facebook groups pointed out that there was a spare auxiliary red and black cable in the headlight. That's where I picked up the power for it. If you would need something else, but I would like to get a circuit diagram just so I can see where that's coming from. And I'll just interrupt the wind noise for a second, but I did find a circuit diagram. You can see the accessory plug there, which comes from the accessory relay, which supplies power to the little accessory plug in behind the headlight and the USB charger. And then the supply for the accessory relay comes from fuse number 7. So if you look at the big circuit diagram, there's a brown wire that goes across there, and it's fuse number 7. So handy information just so you know where things come from. All right, back to the noise. Fuse rating and stuff, so just in case I want to put some other stuff on the handlebars here, like another USB or something. I know it's got a little USB-C down there, and that's why I've got that little screen on there. I've got to put that on. That's just to protect keep the bugs off the screen and stuff there. So it doesn't really help with any wind or anything, but just to keep the weather off the USB port and stuff, probably a good idea. It looks alright. It's just a little bit of a toy screen. It's not blocking any of the wind here. And I'm just testing the suspension on this potholed road. It's not too bad. And what else did I do? The bar risers. You probably won't notice that, but I'll zoom in and you can have a look at the bar risers. They've just pushed the bars up and back a bit, which is what I wanted, because the bars are sort of pointing at you. So I didn't need the offset ones. I just these just push it up and back a little bit towards me, so the riding position's a little more comfortable. And I think it is. You have to get used to the new riding position, because I just got off the Tenere. Tenere's gone to a new home, but it's going to get looked after. It's gone to a good owner, my mate Trevor. So the Tenere's gone to a new home, in totally different riding position. This is more of I'm leaning forward a little bit, sort of in more of what I'd say an attack position on this bike, whereas the Tenere, very laid back sort of position. So the bar risers, the screen, and the GPS are on. I did buy the Royal Enfield handguards, but I haven't put them on yet. I was starting to put them on, and I don't like them. I don't like how they attach, and they're sort of a hard plastic, so the first time you drop the bike, they will smash into a million pieces, I'd say. So I contacted Barkbusters, and they're getting in a bear next week, they say, and they're going to do some fitting testing to work out what fits. So they told me to hang tight while they test it out, because I'm pretty sure I know which sort of Barkbuster will fit. I want the 2-point anchor, so it's got some strength about it. But I'm not going to... Well, I'll wait till they tell me which one definitely fits. Okay, and then the other thing I got was some pannier racks, so I don't have to have the backpack with all my tools. So I've got the pannier racks are on the back. I'll give you a look at those later on. And I ordered some fancy, like retro-looking saddlebags. I've got my adventure bags on there, which are good if I'm going camping or something. But we've got some prettier ones coming that will match the look of the bike a bit more. So now I've got panniers, so I've got the carrying weight low down. So that we'll see how they go. They're a bit of a dodgy fit, but I got them on. So to leave all the bolts loose and then tighten them up, sort of pulled itself into the holes. Okay, just so not the neatest fit, but they're on. You go look at those. Got little supports on the edges and stuff on the bottom. So that's the modifications. If I get a chance, I'll do a proper sit down and have a look at it all. Have to take the bags off so you can see the racks and stuff. But we're just out running the bear in. We haven't even gone through a full tank yet, but we're nearly up to 200 k's, 195 we're on. So it'll be interesting to see if I get a warning. I'm going to run out of fuel. It tells you how much fuel roughly it's got left, what range it's got. On the screen, I can bring that up, I hope, to fuel range. It says I've got 115 left. So I was banking on about 300. I've got 196, and it's telling me I've got 115 left. So I was banking on about 300 k's a tank, and I'm just taking it easy. I haven't got any big weight on it or anything, so it'll be interesting to see. I'll leave fuel range on there now, so I probably should go and fill up before I head off further away. I'm not going anywhere remote or anything, just... Oh, look, I came this way. I wanted to go there. Road closed. Now we've got the trains. Gotta wait for the train now. Okay, well, we've survived our first fuel stop. It's reset itself and everything. Just heading out to the dam here. The gate was open. The dam usually opens till about 10 o'clock, so I'm about an hour early, but nobody's chased after me, so if the gate's open, that means come in, I think. We'll have a look. Maybe there'll be another gate. I'm a bit early. Oh well. This is usually a very nice little twisty, turny road, I think, so Yeah, this dam's been shut for a long time. Been down here since a very long time when my kids were little. That's probably going back, I don't know, a long time, 20 years or something maybe. Okay, well, the dam doesn't open until 10 o'clock and it's about 9 o'clock. So I hope I don't get in trouble, but there's nothing more peaceful than a dam, especially when there's no one here either. There's the bear with the bags on the back. Okay, well, we'll just poke down and see if we have a look at the dam wall. Give way to pedestrians. A little bridge here which goes across the gorge. Oh wow, that's pretty interesting. Which way? Operations office, dam wall. Dam wall, we'll go down here. Okay. I haven't been here for a very long time. We can ride out onto the dam wall. Probably not without getting into trouble. No cars. Yeah. Okay. Well, we won't go down there. Okay. Well, that was the dam. Nothing more peaceful than a dam. A very quiet dam, and even more peaceful when there's no one else here except the workers. But they've just ignored me, so it's all right. A nice little detour. I think it's time for a coffee and a cake, maybe. Morning tea time. Very civilised here on the Bear. Give way to pedestrians. We're going to go across this little bridge across the gorge again. Yeah, well, the Bear handles very well. Nice, very nice coming out of here. And I like my new bar position. I think it's just right. Just not leaning quite as far forward as before, and they're a little bit higher, so it's pretty nice actually. Especially when you're going uphill like this, it's very comfortable leaning forward on the bars here. Yeah, it's good, very good. It's a very, very windy road. Yeah, well, the MRF tyres, they're not bad on the road here. Anyway, I'm going to get my use out of them before I change them, so I'll give you a full review at the end. That might be a couple of thousand kilometres up from now, I think. I'm not going to change them until I give them a good go, but they're very road orientated, so they like this sort of road. Oh, this is good fun. One lane bridge, be careful. I love how the Bear just spins up easily. And just as we're about to get excited, we've got to change gear because we get up to full green. Alright, more later viewers, off to get a coffee somewhere. These humpback bridges across the railway tracks here. Make sure nobody's coming.
Battery level is low.
Okay, so heading out this way. Where I came the other week on one of my... So I bought my little battery pack, so I've got camera again. And we will just continue to do a little bit of exploring around here. Okay, this is a good photo spot for the Bear. Brought the Tenere through here, one of his last rides. And I haven't walked right down there yet, but it goes right down a gorge there, I think. Anyway, there's the Bear. Nice spot. We'll just do a bit more exploring on the Bear. We'll go up that road and see where it goes. And that's where we came from. Well, it's definitely a lot easier to turn around, but I would like some knobbier tyres maybe. The tyres sort of just bounce off the terrain here. Oh, it gets steeper and steeper. Off you go up here and turn around somewhere. The things I do to capture some footage. Here we go again. Just try and pick the bits where I'm not going to dip down and bottom out, but plenty of ground clearance here, I think. So I'm going to stop here in the water again and pick up my camera. Oop. Oh, there's the first drop. Overconfidence. There we go. There's the first drop. That one's coming to help me. Oh well, after a few attempts with all my gear on, I decided to take the bags off. I had a lot of tools in my panniers there, just in case I got a flat tyre or something, and up it came. There we go. I just stopped in the sand there and went to get the camera, and the front wheel hit the sand here. Oops. A little bit overconfident, I'd say. Oh, it was a nice spot, and we worked out that we can pick it up even pointing downhill, and no damage done. All right, load her up. Well, we've just demonstrated how to drop the bear in the woods, and all's well that ends well. Just a bit of sand. Lucky it was a nice sandy little spot where it fell in there. Dig a hole for the back wheel to go back in. Have to clean all that sand off there. Anyway, we're going to keep doing a bit of exploring, but we'll try and be a bit more careful now. Just the front wheel just went choom. Whoops. Whoops. I didn't try and hold it. I wanted to land on me. All right. We were going back up this road, so I might go back up there and just see where it goes. We'll see where we end up now. Okay. Well, I didn't want to drop it on the hard rock here, but we'll go up here and turn around again, and might be enough high adventure for the bear today. We'll just stick to gazetted roads, I guess. Won't go through someone's property, and I'll be careful coming down the hill here, and don't touch the front brake in the sand there. But look, the bear is very capable in the right hand, so don't pay any attention to me dropping it in the bush. That's sort of standard operation for me. Although I haven't dropped a bike for about 5 years, I'd say. So best to get that out of the way, isn't it? Best to get those sort of things out of the way, and then it's done. It's out of the way. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Get a couple of scratches. Adds a bit of character. All right, well, we know this. I know that way goes nowhere, so we'll go back and search for our other road. Okay, well, yeah, so what are we up to now? We're nearly at 300 kilometres. So I've only got 200 k's before I have to take it in for a service. So it's a bit short, isn't it? I think the next service is like 7,000 k's after that. So we'll have a good ride. Be able to go on longer rides after that. Do some little overnight trips and stuff. These are nice exploring on the bear. The bar rises, after I've done about 100 k's now on the bar rises, and I'd say that it is a much nicer position, just that little bit up and back, much more comfortable, and the levers are a bit more comfortable position. I'm not sort of reaching up for them. It's a much more comfortable arm position, so I could recommend the bar rises. Pretty good. And the screen sort of deflects the wind off your chest into your face. So it's not much of a protection screen, but I put it on there just to protect the USB port and stuff from the rain and so on. And keep all the bugs, easier to clean all the bugs off that than off all the handlebars and so on, so that's alright. There's a nice Rosella. Now after that drop I've got some engine guards, so I hadn't put them on yet, but I will. That'll be my next little project. I've also got the bash plate. The bash plate is very thin. I don't think it's going to protect anything, but the engine guards on the sides, lucky I didn't put them on, they would have got scratched probably. Anyway, hopefully we don't drop it again for another 5 years. Okay, well, I'm doing one of my old loop, Black Springs Road, heading to Soapy Flat Road. So remember, this is a bit of a loop around, so it'll be a good workout for us. See if we're all ship shape. And yeah, the road's probably okay. I think there's a lookout here somewhere, but I don't think you can ride your bike out there. I think it's a hiking only sort of trip. Anyway, we'll just poke along here, a little bit more exploring. Want to be going down here? Oh well, let's see what happens. I have been along here in the Ural, I'm pretty sure, so it can't be too bad. Jellore State Forest we're in, or Jellore Nature Reserve or something. There's a bit of sand. Oh, I wish I had some knobbies now. Oh, I'm going to drop it in here in the sand. Ah, are we going okay? I'm not going to get up on the pegs and just gun it. We're not that confident yet in these tyres. That's where I like the Ural. The Ural's good fun in this sort of thing. We'll just seesaw our way through it here. Yeah, that's the way. Those tyres are not filling me with confidence. There's a bit of sand. I wasn't hoping for that. What a cracking road, a cracking day. Living the dream. What does it say? Don't let the old man in. Get out there on the bike and do it. Ooh. Should get some filming of myself going through the sand there. Would have been pretty embarrassing. That's an interesting tree. Hello in there. Burnt out tree. Yeah. How you going? Good? Break. Where you headed to? Just doing a loop? Yeah, same here. Yeah. No worries. I'll catch you later. Yep, have a good ride. Okay, well, we'll meet riders out here in the bush, and I'm turning around here in the sand. Just got to be more confident with it. Anyway. Okay, well that buggered up all my filming, didn't it? Thinking I was remote here. Just pull up here and grab my camera again. Better stop. Okay. Okay, well, I think that's probably enough exploring. We head out of here. See the road on the GPS, and someone just came that way, as you saw, so we know this is the way out. I don't have to turn around again. Okay, well, and the bar rises, it's just a little bit more comfortable when you have to stand up. You have to stand up that often, but when you get a lot of potholes in a row or a washout or something, I think we're nearly out of the bush here. Back out on gravel roads, I think. Alright, well, we'll catch you later, viewers. We'll think about lunch on the way home. Okay, viewers, well, that's it, the bear. We've had a little coffee and a bit of lunch there. Well, a bit of lunch. I had another vanilla slice. Yeah, so we've had a nice little adventure today. A few dirt roads, bit of touring around, testing out the handlebar risers, which I think are a good success. I'm going to put those engine guards on when I get home. And yeah, but other than that, everything's all good. Bash plate, I'm thinking about it. It's a bit thin, and it'll stuff them up when they do the first service, because I think you've got to take the bash plate off to get the oil filter off, so I'll leave that off until after the first service. But I'll investigate putting the engine bars on that I bought. I was going to leave them off until later. Maybe I'll wait till after the first service before I put them on. And we're just going to cruise on home here. Yeah, so we'll just take our little cruisy back roads home from here. No more dirt road side tracks. We'll just be cruising along, enjoying the bear, remembering to turn the blinker off. I'm sure we won the blinker award today. But that pickup and acceleration is very nice, so smooth. We're enjoying the bear, and we're up to, we'll be at 400 k's by the time we get home. We're about 350 now, 348. So we'll only have 100 k's to go before we got to take it in. All right, thanks for watching, viewers. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Let's ride it, another creaky rider, show another